New York City, a place of towering skyscrapers, endless ambition, and millions of untold stories. But long before Times Square lit up the night, before Wall Street ruled global finance, and before it became known as the city that never sleeps, New York was something very different. Today, we journey through more than 400 years of history to uncover how a small trading post became one of the most powerful cities on Earth. This is the entire history of New York City. Long before Europeans arrived, this land was home to the Lenape Native American people. They lived in harmony with nature, fishing the rivers, farming the land, and calling Manhattan, Mannahatta, the island of many hills. There were no buildings, no roads, only forests, flowing waters, and a thriving culture that existed for thousands of years. But change was coming from across the ocean. In 1609, explorer Henry Hudson sailed into these waters searching for new trade routes. Soon after, the Dutch established a small settlement known as New Amsterdam. It was a busy trading post, focused on fur, commerce, and opportunity. A wooden wall was built for protection, a wall that would one day become Wall Street. Legend tells of Manhattan being purchased for just $24, a story that would echo through history. But Dutch rule would not last forever. In 1664, British ships arrived. Without a battle, New Amsterdam became New York, named after the Duke of York. Under British control, the city expanded rapidly. Trade increased. The population grew. Yet beneath the surface, unrest was rising. The colonies were beginning to dream of independence. During the American Revolution, New York became a battleground. The British occupied the city for much of the war, making it a strategic stronghold. But in 1783, the British finally departed. Freedom had arrived. New York briefly became the capital of the United States. And in 1789, George Washington was inaugurated here, marking the birth of a new nation. The 19th century transformed New York forever. The opening of the Erie Canal connected the city to the heart of America. Factories rose, jobs multiplied, and millions of immigrants arrived seeking a better life. Through Ellis Island, families came from Ireland, Italy, Germany, and beyond. Life was hard, homes were crowded, work was exhausting. But hope lived in every street and every soul. As the 20th century began, New York reached for the sky. Bridges connected boroughs. Steel framed the future. The Empire State Building rose above the clouds, a monument to ambition and innovation. In 1898, 5 boroughs united into one great city. New York had become a symbol of modern life. The Great Depression brought hardship and despair. Jobs disappeared. Families struggled. But during World War II, the city found new purpose. Factories roared back to life. Ships filled the harbor. When the war ended, New York emerged stronger than ever, a global center of power, culture, and influence. The 1970s were dark years. Crime surged, neighborhoods decayed. Many believed New York was finished. But this city has never surrendered. Through reform, resilience, and reinvention, New York rose again. By the end of the century, the city had transformed, safer, stronger, and reborn. On September 11th, 2001, New York faced its darkest day. The world watched in silence. Yet from unimaginable loss came unity and strength. Today, One World Trade Center stands where the towers once fell, a symbol of remembrance and resilience. From native lands to global capital, from struggle to triumph, New York City is more than buildings and streets. It is a story of people, of dreams, of endless reinvention. And as long as the city stands, its story will never truly end.